Hello and welcome to the Stash Down Diaries. My name is Jen and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about all of my knitting projects and things with a little bit of a focus on reducing my stash because I'm a little bit overwhelmed by it. If you are new here, I do have pets. I have two kittens. One of them is named Maisie and she's Maisieing right now. Oh yeah, she's back down. She's in the blanket again. This blanket that I'm sitting on hangs down and she likes to tuck herself in there. Jenny was just following me around a little while ago and she will probably be along shortly. Piper was just on the futon, but she got up and I think she heard something downstairs, probably Jenny. And she'll probably be back too. These animals, they just can't leave well enough alone. So today is November 5th, which means we just ended daylight saving. I don't know how you all feel about that, but I really enjoyed the extra hour sleep. I know some people with children especially don't get that. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, and there was also Rhinebeck happened since the last time. Yeah, I didn't record last weekend because I did not have time. And I didn't have a whole lot to talk about, so you weren't really missing anything. So, yeah, Rhinebeck happened since then. Do you guys get FOMO for Rhinebeck? I don't. If I were gonna go to a yarn or a wool festival, Rhinebeck would probably be the last one I would go to because of the crowds. Oh, Piper's coming back, if you heard that little cough. Are you gonna go sits? She should be pretty chill because she had her walk and everything today, so she should be chill. Anyway, yeah, and I was thinking, why don't I ever go to a wool festival? Like, there's one called Woolstock East that's only like 2.5 hours away from me. I wouldn't even have to spend the night if I didn't have to, like, or if I didn't want to. Like, if I went up for one day, I could get up early in the morning, drive the 2.5 hours and drive back. Like, why have I not done that? I'm going to make a point. Hear me now. I'm making a point to go to Woolstock East next. I think it's in September. And then there's another one, PEI Fiber Festival. And then there's like a wool frolic at a cute farm in Cole Harbour in Nova Scotia. Oh yeah, I'm from Nova Scotia, by the way, if you're new here. Oh my. Anyway. Yeah, so mark my words, unless I end up on fire duty and nobody will change shifts with me, then I'm going to Woolstock next year. Maybe my mom will come with me. That'd be fun. All right, so I guess we'll start with acquisitions. There were none. However, I did buy myself a Christmas present that's not here yet. So Sarah of Imagine Landscapes, if you want to look her up on Ravelry or Instagram, she goes by Imagine Landscapes on either one of those. She is the designer with the gnomes. And she does a mystery gnome along in December. So I signed up for that. And I just want to let you know about it in case you're interested in knitting gnomes or a gnome as a mystery knit along. I don't regularly or normally do mystery knit alongs. I like to see the thing to make sure I'm investing the time and money into something that I like or that I will enjoy knitting. However, pretty sure I'll enjoy knitting a gnome. And on the project page that's set up in Ravelry right now, she put in a list of dyers who have kits. So I went to the Canadian list and looked through some of the kits, and I ended up picking out one from Borealis Yarn, and it is the like buffalo check version. I saw that, and it's like Tweety, so I saw that and I was like, yes, that one. So that's a little Christmas gift for me. And then Tracy's Rolling Yarn Shop is coming the end of this month to my community. If she wasn't, I would normally just track her down anyway, because she's not really that far from my parents' house. And I have plans. I want to get some timber yarns, and I have a project in mind for it. And I might treat myself to something else for Christmas. I usually buy myself something for Christmas, and it's usually either yarn or Lego, or both. depending on how much money I spend. But, and you know, times this year are a little tough. So, I'm not going to go as big as I've gone previous years. Like one year I got myself a Hobie & Co. bag, and it was pricey. It was worth it though. So, and I enjoy it very much. Another year I got myself, I can't remember what the bags are called. Oh, just 1 second. I will edit this so that you're only waiting 1 second, but I will go get it. Okay, so it's Vendula London, and it had to be shipped like from Europe, and I paid for it in euros, so it was pricey. But this is what I got myself one year for Christmas. I don't use it near as enough. Like, I should use it way more. It was just in its dust bag in my closet. But look, and I think all of the bags, like they're different little shops, and I think all of them have the cat, and the cat is on this side as well. The other cat. Yeah, and this piece like flips. It's a little flippy thing. So I don't use it a whole lot because I'm scared of like damaging all these like things that are stitched on here. But it is so adorable. And yeah, so that's one of my past Christmas gifts to myself. So there will be yarn acquisitions coming up. I'll count the Borealis Yarns Gnome Kit when it comes in. And I'll get probably a skein or two at Tracy's Rolling Yarn Shop when she comes. December, I don't foresee buying anything else unless I need something for a Christmas gift. But yeah, those will be my Christmas gifts to me this year. It's a little bit of yarn. Okay, so let's talk about FOs. Last time I showed you my suburban wrap, but it was not yet blocked with the ends trimmed, and now it is. There it is. The lace is more beautiful and poppin' now that it has been blocked. If you have not seen this one before, this is the Suburban Wrap by Joji Locatelli. I knitted this as part of the Joji Fall Cow. I have another thing to cast on for that knit along. And yeah, I freaking love this thing. It is beautiful. It is out of Polka Dot Creek yarn in Piper let out a big sigh. In chocolate, spruce, and birch. So yeah, there it is, all blocked and lovely. There we go. So next FO, finished object, was my Halloween socks. I finished these just under the wire. I finished them at lunchtime on Halloween. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to put them on before I go back to work. And then I completely forgot to. But I did wear them Halloween night. So yeah, they're a little floofy. They're a little bit floofy now after being worn. I wore them a couple of times. I wore them the next day as well because I was like, I did not get enough wear out of these for Halloween. So I wore them on the 1st. But this yarn, so it's a vinyl sock, 64 stitches. I did either 20 or 25 rows for the cuff. I can't remember. The yarn is Windswept Fibers from Newfoundland. And it is a BFL and nylon base. So if you're looking for a base for socks that is not merino, Windswept Fibers, their best kind base. You can get it at Tracy's Rolling Yarn Shop. And the colorway is Puffins of Elliston. And I also thought that this was not only very puffiny, but very Halloween-y. So that is why I selected that one. And yeah, not a whole else lot to say about this one, but really enjoy them. So I think those are my 2 FOs for this week. Works in progress. Okay. So why were these just under the wire? If you were talking to me, if you were watching my last video, I said I was going to work on these monogamously. Didn't I? I did say that. That didn't happen. Do you know why? Mr. Stephen West had a pattern sale. and because it was his birthday. So it was 30-something% off. I can't remember. So it was his birthday, pattern sale. I was like, I already have enough of his shawl patterns and stuff that I haven't knit yet. So there's probably not going to be anything that I want. But then I thought I might as well have a little look just in case. And of course, you know what happened. It was not a shawl pattern. It's this one. Whoop, there. So that is the jigsaw puzzle blanket. And yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, that. Because it's a nice wonky scrappy blanket, and that is what I need to use up a lot of my scraps. Because I can, like, it just, you know, Stephen West aesthetic is mixing textures and different gauges and stuff. And I can do that with this, and I can use up so much of my scraps. And I have so much. Like, I had this bag. This bag is everything's already weighed and recorded so that I know what I'm using up. And this bag, not so much, but there's another bag. And then I can use DK and light worsted in as well. I can hold strands of mohair together, but I don't know if I'm going to do that because the first pattern from Knit Vent by the Curious Handmaid, or Helen Stewart, was a shawl that holds mohair together, and it's like scrappy. It's striped. So I can use my scrappy mohair for that one instead. So mohair is probably not going to go in this blanket, but it will be different weights of yarn because it's fingering held double, and I will show you what I have done so far. So this is why the socks almost didn't get done for Halloween. This is the right side. So, oh, wait, there we go. It looks a bit off kilter so far, but yeah, so I started with this one. You start with this one, and then you go to this one, and then you go to this one, and now I'm working on this one. So this is going to be crazy, and I love it. I love that it's going to be crazy, but don't know if I brought them up here, but like these two yarns, they're two different colors. They're from a shawl that I knit in these two colors, not held together marled, but one of the colors I know is Fleece Artist from their Parks collection, and one of them is Madeline Tosh. I think the colorway is either Antique Lace or Antler. I can't remember which one. So I held them double for this section to try to use it up, but I didn't use it up all the way. So what I'm going to do is one of these sections is going to be super scrappy. So like one of these little ones, or I might take a big, oops, sorry. I might take a big one like this and make that one super scrappy and just knit until I use up the yarn, and then attach another yarn that I need to use up, because the only one of these so far that I used up was this one here, which is Nerds with Needles in the Gryffindor, or Gryffindor Pride or something color, but it's a Gryffindor colorway. You get that. You get that. So I love how it's knitting up on the back. So unfortunately, I won't be able to knit on this that much. I really enjoy knitting on it, but I won't be able to knit on it that much until Christmas is over, or until I finish knitting Christmas gifts. So that was that. And yeah, so the socks almost didn't make it for Halloween. The other thing I started knitting on after I finished the socks was my Newfoundland mitts. I didn't do a whole lot on them because I was doing that other stuff. But I finished the body of one mitt. It needs a thumb. I'm going to do like, I don't know if I'm going to do all 4 thumbs of the 4 mitts at the same time, or if I will finish these ones, and do their 2 thumbs, and then finish these ones and then do their 2 thumbs. So last time I was down here or something. So I finished this, and then I started the 2 cuffs because the needles that I need for the cuffs, I also need for a Christmas gift that I can't show on camera right now. Actually, it's not a Christmas gift, it's a birthday gift. So I knitted the 2 cuffs so they'd be done and I could move on to the body. So this one is the one I'm working on next. This is the black one. So this is all Briggs & Little yarn. So some of it, most of it, is Briggs & Little soft spun in black, flamingo, and cotton candy. And then the gray I'm using is Briggs & Little Heritage. I think it's medium gray, but I'm not sure. Not 100%. So I knitted this cuff and I kept it on the needles that I switched needles and put it on the needles that I need for the body of the mitten. And then I knitted this cuff for the pink and gray one. And these are just holder needles because I needed the needles for the other project. So that is those. So last work in progress. Oh, I have my update, my stash down update to do today too. I forgot. Usually I do it at the beginning, but I guess we'll do it at the end. So I cast on a Christmas gift that I can show because I highly do, this person watches the videos, and it is a Muscle Burrow hat by Isolde Teague. And I am just going to say, so I knitted myself a Muscle Burrow hat. It showed up in 2 of my videos because I knitted it with the ribbing in the middle and then I didn't like the length. So I just was like, okay, I'm just going to rip it back and then re-knit it without the ribbing. And I love it. I love it so much. I know like people might be sick of hearing about Muscle Burrow, but it is a really great hat. Like I enjoy wearing that hat so much. So I thought I would cast one on for my brother-in-law for Christmas. And it's in Richard DeVries Pepino. And it is in the navy colorway. And yeah, I think this will suit him. It's just, you know, like it's coming off a little lighter than it is. It's a little bit darker in person. And it's just a nice dark blue that will go with most things. And it's a great hat. So yeah, I cast that on a couple of days ago. I have some lofty goals for Christmas gifts. Some are already done. Some I've had done for months. Some will be quick. Some, well, like this, might not be as quick. So we'll see what happens. So my goals like are such that everybody will get something knitted, and then there might be something, if I have the time, some people might get something smaller extra. We'll see how much time I have and how much patience I have. But like when I pick things to knit for people for Christmas, it's always stuff that I enjoy knitting. So nobody has asked me for anything weird this year, so, which is good. So I'm knitting all the things that I enjoy knitting, and it's going to be wonderful. So love the mindlessness of this. I'm already, like, I'm done the increases. So you cast on the invisible ring, cast on of your choice. And I had to go back and look at the tutorial again to get it. And yeah, once I get it, it's not too bad. It's pretty easy. Then you increase, and then you get to a point where you can measure your gauge. So you measure your gauge, and then she has charts in the pattern that tell you how many stitches you need to get up to for that certain size hash. And I'm going with adult large for this. So, and then you finish, once you know how many you need to knit up to, you finish decreasing, and then you knit until you're at the length you want before you start your decreases. And then the hat folds in on itself, and it is wonderful and warm, and it's just a delight. So there will probably be more than one of these knitted for Christmas this year. And I'm trying to knit things in the order of when they're going to be received. So my sister's family, I need to have them done first and ship them. And then my parents, some of my mom's already done. And then my brother's family, because they're coming after Christmas. but my brother's birthday present needs to be finished. I have half of it done. The other half needs to get done. Well, I'm 3/4 done, technically, if you think about it, because I have 3 pieces done and I need a 4th. So anyway, so that is it for my whips. Okay, I have my special book of stash down, and I misplaced my pretty colored pens. I put them in a safe place where Piper couldn't chew them because she has chewed them in the past. My yellow is gone and one of my pinks, like those 2 I had to throw away because she can be a jerk. Most of the time she's wonderful, but she can be a jerk. And yeah, now I can't find them. So like I had like different months color coded. So this is September's color blue, and I'm still using September's color blue for October, even though October was supposed to be like a teal. But anyway, so I knitted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well, 5 projects, and then I finished one of the yarns in the scrappy blanket by Stephen West, or the jigsaw blanket by Stephen West, so that one counts as out and done. So it was 485 grams out. And then on my last, was it my last video? The one before that, you saw where I went to Tracy's Rolling Yarn Shop and I got these two actually right here. The West Yorkshire Spinners, and I got the Windswept Fibers for the socks. So that was 300 in. So I'm ahead by negative 185. It's crazy to me that I'm only going like a couple of pages over to the master tracker. So with that 185 out, I'm at negative 3,406 for the year, which is good. Very happy with that. I think November might not have a whole lot out because I'm going to be purchasing a couple of things. But December I think will be heavy with stash out. Oh, although I think I'm getting at least a ball of yarn, 100 grams for Christmas, because I sent my mother to Tracy's Rolling Yarn Shop when they were at the, when the Queen Mary was in. I was like, oh, you can go see the Queen Mary and stop at Tracy's and get me a Christmas gift. So I think that's what happened. Anyway, so yeah, pleased as punch. I'm still in the negative. I am going to do an inventory of the yarn that I purchased this year and look at what I still need to use up. There's a few things, like including those. Yeah. And the sequin, is that sequin stuff here? I need to, yeah, this stuff I got on my my birthday yarn crawl. I have to use this up too. There are plans for this for mermaids for my nieces. So this will go in the mermaid tails, depending on how much. 110 meters. Yeah, so I'll put it in the tails. I was going to put it in their hair or their top or something like that too, but for 2 mermaids, I might just leave it in the tails. Anyway, so that'll get used up, and then there's a couple other things floating around. The birthday gift for my brother, that was part of that yarn haul, so that, or the yarn for it. So that is being knit. And then there's like leftovers from stuff that I've knit, like the socks I made myself out of my Lismore Sheep Farm yarn that I bought. So I have to use that up as well. So big plans, lofty goals going on here. I have a little outro today. As usual, it is pets and nature. So I hope you enjoy that. Definitely planning on recording next weekend. I think I'm going to record a couple of filler videos to have on hand in case I, like last week, miss a week. I have lots of plans, like lots of different ideas for topics. So I'll do a little mass record because it's going to be a long weekend and I will have the time to do that. So yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Thank you everybody who suggested to me people to watch on YouTube that are from like the Atlantic provinces. I've started with 3 a.m. Knitter, and yeah, just it is so nice to watch somebody that I could run into at Woolstock East next year. So, and it's nice to watch somebody like when they talk about different places and things, you know what they're talking about. So I don't have a lot of people, or any, I don't think. Oh, other than Natural You. They were the only ones I was watching that are from here. And yeah, Ginny just showed up in her kitty condo and she's so beautiful. So thank you. I made a list in my notes app, and yeah, I'm going through them. So enjoying that. Oh, look, I'll show you before I go. My lights are up with my hat garland. They bring me joy. Okay, so I will see you next week. Stay warm in the cooler weather and keep on crafting. Bye.